This is Duvall Leatherworks. This is their flop over crossbody. If you follow me on Insta, you see that I've been wearing the heck out of this bag all summer. It's such an easy, lightweight, summer, hands-free bag. So I took it to the beach. I took my kid to this interactive museum, and I needed to like get in there, and we were working on all these like mechanic things together and building things and knocking down things. And this was great to just wear crossbody or just sort of shove it to the back and have my hands free. I got water on it more times than I care to admit, both just me spilling it, water on the beach. I didn't treat it, and I don't think it's any worse for the wear, so it's very durable. It is full grain leather. It is very soft and floppy, and it came that way. It didn't require any breaking in. So let me show you sort of how I pack this bag out. So this is the one exterior zipper pocket. I typically wear the bag crossbody with the flap on the other side. So if I ever need to get into the zipper, I just sort of pull it up like this, unzip, and I have easy access for my phone. So here's what I carry in the back zipper pocket. I can fit one of my smaller tablets. This sunscreen that I am like such a fan of, I bought it maybe like 5 weeks ago from Trader Joe's, and it's just such easy application for the kiddo, stays on forever, and it's water resistant. Not that you needed to know all that, but it's just like for a cheap, amazing product, that's it. I carry a phone charger that can go computer or in the car. I carry my simple wallet that has things I actually use, and then my phone. You don't really need to zip this up because it's up against your person when you're wearing the bag the way that I wear it. And because it's kind of a deep pocket, I never feel like things are gonna fall out. So it's kind of up to you if you choose to zip or not zip. I just zip it just for peace of mind. And I like that it has this little leather pull. It makes it really easy to open and close. This is a YKK zipper. Both zippers, see, my kid's having a good time in summer. Both zippers are actually YKK. So let me flip it around. This is the main compartment of the bag. And when you have it packed like I have it, sort of medium full, it flops over pretty small, right? So the bag's like this. Sometimes I pack the bag out and it's like barely flopped over at all, but it still looks and carries just as nice. And somebody asked me, does it bother you having to sort of lift it up, go through this extra material to get to the stuff at the bottom? And the answer to me is no. One, because I have the ability, because of this extra material, to pack it up all the way here or part way down. And I'm going to show you in a little bit why that sort of matters to me. And it's no different also than having sort of a messenger bag where you would have to lift up the front flap to get at what's in the center. In any case, here's the YKK top zipper. And I love this little tassel detail. It's just really easy to open and shut. And the bag is lined. It's got this gold sort of zigzag detail. And here's what I have in here. The wallet full of things that I never use but feel paranoid to leave home without. Working on that. I might switch back to having a normal size wallet. Sunscreen because it's summer. Hard-sided sunglass case because I never leave home without it. This, which is like Tylenol and chapstick, Advil, all that stuff. It's very freeing to just toss stuff. And then this is actually just regular sunscreen as opposed to spray or stick, because I was reading this story the other day that said, so I was like, why does my kid keep getting like darker and darker from the sun even though I'm like slathering her in sunscreen? And it said the spray stuff by itself can't do the job. You have to have a base layer of old school sunscreen. So that's my old school sunscreen, and that's it. And while the bag is empty, I want to show you a couple of things. The first is that if you're somebody that likes having your keys at the ready, because the bag is affixed to via this, right? There's a grommet and then there's this heavy duty circle, and you can do this with it. Hopefully you're seeing that. You can slide this off, or you keep it on, either way, if you want to slide it off to do the clutch mode. But I want to show it to you because you can do this. And it's really nice if you're somebody that's like, oh, I like to have my keys right there. Then you have that option. They're sort of right there. And I do it a lot. Like if I'm just in the car and I'm running to the grocery store and I don't want to like mess with everything, I'll just stick them on there like that. And if you have my fish hook, you know I'm like crazy about my fish hook. The metal on here is a little bit too thick to sort of just slide it on, but you could do this on the fatter part. And it makes it a little easier because you don't need to be as precise as if it were the key ring. And it's actually great that it doesn't slide off through the narrow part, because then it won't ever fall. So that's that. So that's trick number one, is that it's a key fob. And then the other thing I want to show you is I had to pop into work the other day, and I'm like, I'm not going to be there doing all my crazy stuff, so I didn't bring like my full deal laptop. I just popped in with my Surface. And I'm going to show you what I mean by the extra material and how I like the expansion capabilities of this bag. So I put my Surface in here, and when I showed it to you how I pack it like for a weekend, the bag was basically folded in half. But if you put the Surface in there, there's very little excess sort of top. And I just wanted to show you that, one, it still looks great even if you pack it out very near to the top. Two, that it could fit a modest sized laptop. And three, that it still looks fine when you're carrying it and tall like this. I used it the other day too. You're not going to get a good appreciation because I'm sitting, but trust me, it still looks fine sort of packed out. What I typically do is I'll lengthen the strap. But I also went and took it to the farmer's market the other day and bought way, way more things than I thought I was going to buy. And so this thing was stuffed like almost like this. And I ended up walking around for a few hours with it like that, and it looked great, and I loved that it could turn into sort of this bigger bag. So let me take that out. And then let me show you sort of the last trick, if you will. So the strap comes off if you want to have it as a clutch, but you can also take these gold rings completely off. And give me a minute while I just do that. It's a lot easier to do when I don't have the pressure of you guys watching me, but for some reason when I'm like doing it on camera, it's like suddenly it becomes like you could launch a rocket, you could set a man on the moon, but you can't like undo the strap for some reason. And I just did the other one. It was like so simple. Let me help myself out by first taking off this. Okay. All right. I don't know why that was difficult. This first one was so simple. Okay, so the first thing I want to show you is one, that it makes a super cute clutch. So if you wanted to get the black and use it for a more dressy occasion, you could just do this with it. Take the strap and the hardware off. You could leave one on so that you have a way to hang the bag to like a hook or something like that. You know, the ladies don't want to put our bags on the floor in the restroom. The second thing is I went away to Carmel Valley and I did a video for you guys on that. And I took this bag because look at how small it will fold if you want to put it in a larger suitcase. And if you want to have a beach day where you have your giant beach tote, but you don't know if you're going to go to dinner, just empty it out, shove it in your beach bag, and then you could take it with you to dinner as a clutch. So I love that a full grain bag can still be very soft and flexible, like this one. So this is the tobacco. I'm more of a tobacco than a black in terms of bags. And the other thing I want to mention is just it takes abuse so well. I've actually spilled a fair amount of things on here, and I think it's still because it has more of a rustic instead of a finished look. It takes a beating and still comes out looking good. And you can sort of start to see on the back where it's been rubbing against me, the patina. And I think this bag is going to age wonderfully. And the only other thing I want to say is that it's proudly made in America, Kingston, Pennsylvania, Duvall Leatherwork. And the last thing I want to say, it's a unicorn of sorts, because it's not the only bag in this category, but there are very few bags in this category. This is no version 2.0 on this thing. For the bag that it is and the capability and the expansion, the quality and the comfort, A+. You're not going to find a better, simple, easy, lightweight carry that's full grain leather. Thank you so much for watching.